Oh, Ben Affleck, how we love you for what you've given to the Batman role. Now it's time for you to leave. Sure, Affleck is the biggest star in the DC extended universe of films, but is he actually hurting both the franchise and his own career? Here's a look at some of the biggest reasons Ben Affleck needs to get out of his Batman contract. Critical bombs. Let's face it, Batman vs. Superman and Justice League's critical receptions probably aren't helping Ben Affleck's overall artistic morale, what with him waking up every morning to green splatters on Rotten Tomatoes. Even Suicide Squad, in which he only made a cameo appearance, tanked harshly with critics. Considering Affleck spent years trying to rebuild his reputation as a serious actor after Daredevil flopped, he's just not doing himself any favors by going down with the DCEU ship. An uncomfortable fit. Affleck's version of Batman is possibly the grimmest one yet, but is that a reflection of the overall dourness of the DCEU? Or is it a reflection of how Affleck feels about playing the role? Either way, fans and critics alike agree that his work is suffering. For instance, The Guardian's review of Justice League said, Ben Affleck is unrelaxed and ill at ease in the role of Batman Bruce, unconvincing in both the bat armor and the three-piece suit of the wealthy plutocrat. Affleck spreads a pall of dullness over the film. Polygon agreed, writing, Affleck's performance is barely passable. Whether the cause is personal or professional, it's clear to everyone that Affleck's heart just isn't in it. And Exhibit A is the Sad Affleck meme. When Sad Keanu became a meme, Keanu Reeves got a kick out of making fun of himself. But even Sad Keanu feels bad for what happened to Ben Affleck after his Batman vs. Superman interview with co-star Henry Cavill went infamously off the rails.
It taught me not to do interviews with Henry Cavill where I don't say anything and they can lay Simon Garfunkel tracks over it. That's one thing I learned.
If there's one thing we know, it's that the internet never forgets a good meme. And now there's a whole generation who knows Affleck mainly as that sad meme guy. For the sake of his mental health, if nothing else, maybe he should get out before any more memes come along. Creative differences. When Affleck first signed on to play Batman, it was a really big deal, and the Oscar winner was set to direct, write, and star in a Batman solo film. It seemed as if he had been given total control, and he was stoked.
I wanted to be in one of these movies that was ballsy and that had something to say, and I wanted to do a movie that my kids would think was cool.
But slowly it became apparent that Affleck and Warner Brothers were experiencing those dreaded creative differences. First, Affleck dropped out as director, then he dropped out as writer. And with new director Matt Reeves reportedly pushing the film in a new direction, rumors began that Affleck would drop out as the star, too. Given the repeated votes of no confidence shown him by the studio, why would Affleck even want to stay as a puppet in someone else's show? A dignified exit. Speaking of director Matt Reeves, reports have surfaced claiming that he wants to replace Affleck as the man in the batsuit. And there are plenty of stars who seem far more eager than Affleck to don the cowl. For example, Reeves apparently has his eye on Jake Gyllenhaal, while Jon Hamm is also reportedly gunning hard for the role.
Lucky lad.
Feeling lucky?
Given how disappointing all the DCEU films have been so far, we're not sure Hamm or Gyllenhaal could do any better than Affleck has done. But considering he no longer seems to be wanted, Affleck could spare himself a lot of embarrassment if he quit before Warner Brothers has the chance to fire him. The grass is greener. Considering Affleck has a proven track record as a creative force, winning the Best Picture Oscar for Argo in 2013 and the Best Original Screenplay Oscar for Good Will Hunting in 1998, there are plenty of opportunities for Affleck in Hollywood that don't involve being a punching bag for fans, critics, his own studio, and Superman. Heck, before filming Batman vs. Superman, Affleck was on a roll, coming off an acclaimed performance in the 2014 hit Gone Girl. That's the star that fans were hoping to see in the DCEU. And it's the star fans are now hoping they can see pretty much anywhere else, because since stepping into the role of Batman, Affleck has been in a deep creative funk. Given that Affleck certainly doesn't need the money, and given that even his closest family and friends are lobbying for him to leave, here's hoping that he gets out of his Batman contract sooner rather than later. It wouldn't just make fans happy, it would make both Warner Brothers and Affleck much happier too. And that's the kind of win rate even Batman would be envious of. Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.